Good morning and welcome to the first of our Music Scholar Masterclasses. This is a first of 3 Masterclasses that will happen over this week and next week for our new Music Scholars who've joined us in F Block and Lower 20. We've got 4 students performing today on a variety of instruments and 3 of our members of staff who are going to be giving wise words of advice and hopefully finding things that they can help, encourage and make the performances a little bit more polished and sparkly. So the first performer we've got today is Jack Mallum, who will be singing, and he'll be singing Come Again, Sweet Love, and he will be tutored by our Head of Vocal Studies, Matthew Sandy. Thank you.
This is Come Again, Sweet Love by John Dowland.
Come again, sweet love doth now invite, thy graces that refrain, to do me due delight, to see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die, with thee again in sweetest sympathy. To see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die, with thee again in sweetest sympathy. Come again, that I may cease to mourn through thy unkind disdain, for now left and forlorn, I sit, I sigh, I weep, I faint, I die, in deadly pain and endless misery. I sit, I sigh, I weep, I faint, I die, in deadly pain and endless misery. Gentle love, draw forth thy wounding darts, thou canst not pierce her heart, for I that do approve, by sighs and tears more hot than are thy shafts, detent were for trust I am lost.
Hello everybody and hello people watching at home. So for a little bit of context, he had this thrown at him about half an hour ago because he's hurt his lip and was going to play the trumpet. So for that, even better. Wow, you really gave us a performance. And so now I'm going to say this really is like a completely unprepared. You have none of the answers for me, and this is great. So, who's it by?
John Dowling.
John Dowland, absolutely. And who was John Dowland? Well, he's a composer. Do you know roughly when he was alive? Does anybody else in the audience, maybe one of our other new music scholars, know when was John Dowland alive? Ooh, okay, how about the other professional musicians in the room? Do any of them know when John Dowland was alive? 16th. Yes, he's an Elizabethan composer, absolutely. And so do you know what instrument he would have been writing for to accompany this?
The harpsichord.
Not quite a harpsichord. In fact, I think if you look very carefully, it might even say it's one of these.
Oh, the lute.
The lute, yeah. So this is like the ultimate. It's the OG, teenager with his guitar, singing to his girlfriend at the balcony. I mean, it's literally where we mentioned that. So what is this song about?
So it's about a man who's in love with someone, but they're not giving him enough affection, and he's basically asking them to give him more affection.
Absolutely, great. And so where's the first thing? Where's the first instance that we know that he's not getting enough affection from this person?
Well, he's saying delight and refrain, words like that imply that he wants more of something.
Yeah, exactly. Thy grace is that refrain to do me due delight, so you're not giving me enough of this. How are you going to show this lovely audience of very supportive people here that you know, you're an angsty teenager in pain because this person doesn't love you?
Act sad.
Act sad. I mean, that's one way, absolutely. We could also use some of the music to do it and pressing into some of these words. So let's just do that first verse again. Also, I know that these are lovely. We feel much more safe when we're holding on to these. We don't need to. What does this do to all of my posture?
It ruins it. You're not standing straight.
Ruins it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it just means that I'm not being quite as open with the whole room as I could be. Yeah? So let's just put that. It's really more than his memoir, rather than something that we're there doing. So this is where we're directing it out. Let's go again.
Come again, sweet love doth now invite, thy graces that refrain to do me due delight.
Right, much better. Where's the audience?
Yeah.
They're there, aren't they? They're not there. They're not there. So when we've got our words, straight up and then sing it out to them. Pick one of them to make feel really embarrassed that you're singing it to them. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. There you go. And now let's do that once again, just for them.
Come again, sweet love doth now invite.
Now I bet we can make that even better straight away. Let's unlock those knees. We've got no tension in them. There we go. Upright, up, 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 up. There we go. And then take the breath all the way down. And then send that lovely bow, come again, in one fluid motion, straight over their heads.
Come again, sweet love doth now invite.
There they are.
Thy graces that refrain to do me due delight, to see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die with thee again in sweetest sympathy. To hear, to touch, to kiss, to die with thee again in sweetest sympathy.
Beautiful. What? So this is the refrain at the end. To see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die. What is that? Grammatically.
Well, he's speaking to her directly.
Yeah, to see.
Oh, it's a list.
It's a list, absolutely. Our list's interesting.
No, but you can make them interesting.
Very. How are you going to make it interesting?
Make each one different. Each point of the list different.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this is we get a list of every single verse at this point, but so they're all kind of they're tactile. They are senses: to see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die. They're feelings and emotions. So let's see if you can characterise them. There's something else as well. So we hear that list, and then we hear it again. Yes. So it's what does that have the effect of?
Like he's begging.
Yeah, well, there's an insistence now, isn't there? So let's see. So our task this time, we're just going to sing to see, to hear, to touch, etc. And you're going to show us what each one of those ones means, even more than you did. You did a beautiful job, but I think we can pull a little bit more out of it. And then I wanted even more, that really impressed point. It's like there's a couple of people in this room who are in my F block music class. And when they're not listening, I might go, excuse me, and we get that little, that insistence over and over again. Don't we, Will? We'll hear you in a minute. So yeah, let's make sure we get that real insistence, but without breaking that lovely line. Once again, to see,
to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die with thee again in sweetest sympathy.
Did they get the message though? And
to see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die with thee again in sweetest
get something slightly different. Gentle love, draw forth thy wounding dart. Thou canst not pierce her heart, for I, that do approve for sighs and tears, more hot than are thy shafts, did tempt, while she for triumph laughs. What does that mean?
So, wounding dart is talking about Cupid shooting a dart into his heart. So that's kind of
Also, I love that there's an English teacher in the room as well who might go, yes, tell us, Effie, what does it mean?
And triumph laughs is that she didn't even give him any affection at all in the end, so he's laughing.
Yeah, so it's sort of saying to love or to Cupid, that there's no point. You might as well take that arrow out because it's not getting anywhere near her heart. Because I did my best with everything I had, and she just laughed at me. So let's have a little bit of that kind of. There's this lovely word, gentle love. How are you going to characterise that for us?
Put the emphasis on gentle because
yeah, and we can use the way that we release that breath to give it that sense, that gentle love. I think you could do it even better than that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Much better than I am. Let's just hear that with this real characterisation and think we're always taking it there, always out there, always to our lovely audience.
Gentle love, draw forth thy wounding dart. Thou canst not pierce her heart, for I that do approve, by sighs and tears more hot than are thy shafts. Determined by for she for triumph laughs.
I like that. Is he happy that she's laughter?
No.
And you look relieved to be at the end, but we're staying in character all the way to the end of this. Let's just do our by sighs and tears more hot than are thy shafts did tempt while she. What did she do? While she for triumph laughs. Dear, by sighs. Once again.
By sight and tears more hot than are thy shafts, did tempt she, while she for triumph laughs.
Don't look at me, look at them. Sing it to them. Come on. While she fought, just that last bit, and
While she for triumph laughs.
did you believe that? Yeah, it's so much better, isn't it? Yeah, really wonderful. I think that's probably all we've got time for, Jack. But really well done. Amazing job.
round of applause and take it back. That was beautiful playing, beautiful sound. I sat in that exact same seat, was it a week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember, and did a tuba recital in here. And I know what it feels like to sit there and play a brass instrument. It's a wonderful room, isn't it? Did you feel nervous? So did I. I felt super nervous. Are you going through a root canal treatment at the moment? I was. Beautiful sound. What's the name of this piece? Would you like to tell the audience?
It's Reflections by Peter Meacher.
Reflections. So what does the word reflections mean in the context of this kind of music?
Looking back.
Yeah, not like looking at yourself in the mirror. Well, potentially, but yeah, looking back upon things that have happened in life. It's particularly hard to pick up a brass instrument in a situation like this, isn't it? Because it's just sitting there. Big lump of metal just getting cold, isn't it? Maybe next time just get a little bit of air going through. Now, very much like Jack was doing, sort of thinking about the words and projecting, you're a very good singer, aren't you? Yes. Do you ever sing your pieces to yourself before you play? Do you ever think of words that might go with the music? Yes. Do you sometimes? Yeah? Can you play me this opening phrase and just tell us a story this time? Just the first line, I want you to really project that sound. Let's get you turned around slightly. You're facing the audience. Alright, nice deep breath, and let's just play that opening again with lots of dynamics. Could you try and crescendo? You don't have to do those dynamics. That's just what I felt like doing. But can you feel like doing something? Off you go. Take a deep breath. Push it out. Push, push, push. Sing the last note. No, sing it with your voice. If you run out of air, you can always sing the last note. Once more, I challenge you to play this in one breath. Here we go, after 3. How are you going to play it in one breath? Take a deeper breath. Alright. 1, 2. Flow, flow. I believe you can do it. Believe you can do it. Push, push. Oh, you can almost get there. Stand up a second. Stand up a second. Put the instrument down. Let's take a big breath. Breathe in. Go on, just you. Breathe in. What about this? Try that one. Yeah. A wise old teacher once said to me, breathe through the floor. I thought he was crazy. And now I'm saying it. And you think I'm crazy. Yeah? Breathe through the floor. Watch this. And then blow it out. Breathe in. Now play that in one breath. Take that deep breath. Believe it. 1, 2. Chunk of metal with vibration and air, aren't we? But you did back out the dynamics of it, so your challenge will be once more. I want you to play that last note as long as possible. So you're not even going to just get to the last note, you're going to go beyond it. 1, 2. When I first met you, you were taking about 2 breaths in that phrase, so that's really, really improving, okay? And you're telling more of the story as well. A brass instrument, especially Foley, can sound kind of whispering along. You've got to exaggerate dynamics, okay? Line 2, off you go. Tell a story through this phrase. Make Mr. Sandy jump out of his chair. Go on. As loud as you can. That's it. Can you give me 10% more? Don't explode, but take a deep breath. As loud as you can. That's it. Feel good? That's it. Get the maximum sound out of your as much as you can. It's a bit easier for trumpets because they're pointing that way. In a way, it's more difficult for them to hide away. Okay, so you've got to exaggerate. Now can you get there with a crescendo? And it's all about a deep monster breath. 1, 2. More. Let's carry on. Take the breath. Crescendo. That's it. Yeah. It's all about the dynamics. Now I'm not going to ask you what words you were thinking of, but I'm going to set you a challenge to write some words to this music, and perhaps challenge yourself to sing it, and then you can get more emotion through. Absolutely fantastic. I'd love just to whip on to this bar here, and we're going to, when we get there. That's what brass players do best. What is it? It's a fanfare. And then wait. Just make them wait after that note. So let's go from there. And I want a really good trumpety fanfare when we get there. Go for it. That's it. It doesn't matter if that happens. I do that all the time. Just do that fanfare for me. Copy me. That's brilliant. You do it even more punchy for contrast. Off you go. That's amazing. Otherwise everything's all slippy, slurry, which is beautiful. But you want to get contrast with the articulation. Can you go from there for me? And then we're going to carry on as well. Who wrote the word big there next to that 14? Did I? Okay. Looks like my scribble. Right, go on from there. Be dramatic. Here we go, big. Create this kind of, don't clap in, create that atmosphere. Be theatrical. I spend a lot of time playing my instrument in a theatre. Okay, the actor might be doing something on stage, and we might have one note, or 2 notes, but those 2 notes elevate what the actor does, and be your own actor. Now, taking into consideration the name of this piece, there is a reflection there, isn't there? It's the same phrase twice. As a reflection, and then I want you to hold that last note forever, and don't move a muscle for 5 minutes after the piece. You go? Fantastic. Well done, William. Fantastic.
Lovely, really sensitive playing, I thought, and you looked really in control of what you were trying to say with it, actually. So, what am I going to say? Really in tune, I thought. Just that very last bit, it was a little bit slow, I think. Just watch that the meter keeps moving forward. But really, really gorgeous. Now, what does Salute d'Amour mean?
Love's greeting.
Yeah, love's greeting. So it was a love letter from Elgar to his fiancée in reply to something that she had sent to him. So really, you've got to. It is all about love, really, and you've got to try and make that come across to the audience. So every note needs to have some kind of beauty and quality in it. You need to make sure every note really sings. You've got a lovely vibrato; it's really coming on nicely. I think if you keep working on that vibrato, sometimes you need a wider one, a richer one, and then a little bit less, and change the speed slightly. It's a little bit, at the moment, sort of just one single vibrato. So to make this more expressive, you perhaps need to vary the speed a little bit. And on this, in your bowing, which you're doing with great control and with great ease, you've obviously worked out that to make it feel really natural. I would like it to have to use a little bit more, yeah, and you're using your body quite nicely. I think you can even use more, yeah. Shall we just go from the beginning, see if we can try and get that lovely tender but richness in the tender quality, but richness in the sound. Just in terms of direction, I feel it's moving towards each crotchet beat a little bit, whereas I want to go the whole way. Yeah, so I want you to direct all the way to the back of this room, and I want you to do it as if it's one breath, as if you're singing it. So, what key are you in here? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, if you can just try and sing from the beginning, just like with the singer that we had earlier, magnificent singing, and with the euphonium and the breathing, you need to take your breath metaphorically so, where you don't have to breathe, particularly what you have to do to stay alive, but you have to try and breathe out on that first one, and then let it go for the whole of that phrase, yeah, without interrupting it. Okay, off you go one more time. So try and feel loose and then breathe out. Go, keep going. Whenever you get to repeat it now, do something different with it each time. That's it. So this is a totally different quality, doesn't it, in this part of the piece. We need to get a little bit more tenderness on those notes. I feel like on the quavers we could sing a little bit more. It's easy to do vibrato on a crotchet, but if we can try and keep that vibrato going through the quavers as well, that would be lovely, because I'm just missing the singing quality a little bit on those quavers. Let's warm them up a little bit. Let's just try from A, letter A again.
Where is A exactly?
Oh, it's after the repeats. Okay, straight after the repeat, yeah. Keep that left hand moving on the quavers. Good. Good. Well done. So, I'm a cellist, so it's slightly different technique, of course. But so when you're playing, we need to try and get a rolling vibrato. Try and put the weight into the next finger, because I feel like you're laying down nicely on the crotchet, but then the quaver. We need to try and let every note sing. But if you try and let every note sing, because that's how we make sure that we're being tender towards, that's the love. You've got to love every note. So don't let any note escape your attention. Just go from A one more time. Yes. If we can give it a clear nod, you can turn and face, that's it. Lovely high note. Good, carry on. Keep the vibrato. Written, as soon as it says writ, this goes for everybody. Then we're going to slow down far too soon. So when you see writ, don't start slowing down. Slow down in the next bar perhaps, yeah? Because it's over 2 bars, isn't it? So you've got to grade it gradually. So let's, that high note there. Have you tried it straight at the G string? Yeah, can you find that note? Is it a B? Yeah. Yeah, go all the way at the top. A bit higher. Yeah, if you want to be really romantic, actually, I've seen lots of violinists there. They go all the way up to the top. Might be worth practicing because it's very, very, very romantic there. So don't worry about it for now. Let's just do a couple of bars before that. So before the fermata, straight on 62, bar 63, and use the whole bow for this because this is fortissimo. Okay, make contact with the pianist. That's it. Let's try that again. Should we let's try and make eye contact. Oh, it's slightly different time, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll just before the fermata, 2 bars. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Should we have a round of applause? Elgar. Just a little more. What? Can I put you on the spot and ask you what you were trying to say with this piece?
Well, I think it's quite an emotional piece. So it's titled as a prayer.
It's if you don't know, it's a prayer, isn't it? A Jewish prayer. Bloch was a Jewish man and felt quite strongly about writing music with his Jewish origins. So yes, you're creating an atmosphere, a completely different atmosphere to the Elgar, which is Elgar's renowned for his Englishness, of course, and this is a Jewish synagogue, so you've got to create that atmosphere in here, really, take people away from where they are sitting into a new environment. I thought you managed that really, really well. I also teach you, so we've had a little bit of this before. But what I would like you to do is to hold on to every iteration. There's a sequence of notes, and then there might be a sort of a holdback, and then there's another sequence of notes. And you need to say something with each time. Sometimes I feel you lose the sound slightly in each of those iterations. So you're doing lots of things really well. The vibrato's really coming on. It's a difficult part of the cello around here, and you're managing that really well. And in terms of projection, actually, as well as finding the notes. Shall we just go from the beginning again? See if we can find this outpouring from the beginning. There are some notes which don't have vibrato, some notes which do. Talking about vibrato as string players, it's something that we can obsess about. You've got to ask yourself, why hasn't that got vibrato? Why has it? You know, is it because you've forgotten to move your hand, or is it a purposeful choice? Have you made that decision?
I think with some notes it is more purposeful.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. Have you tried the whole thing without any vibrato? Just try it, see what it sounds like. So the vibrato has to be something that adds to the sound that you're creating with the bow. I think we forget sometimes that we get left hand dominant and we think, oh, we've got to learn vibrato at a certain age, we've got to do this vibrato, and then we forget that the bow is the expressive tool, and this is just the icing on the cake, really. So when you're playing, you need to make sure you're clear about how you're starting the note and what you're doing. Are you blooming it? Are you going bigger or are you going smaller? And have you got a nice tail end to the note? Yeah. So I want you to do it again. I want you to add the vibrato again, but I want you to really think about, are you in control of that left hand, and is it how you are envisaging it, this whole phrase? Okay. Don't forget the end of the note is super important, because if you lose the audience on the last note, you play beautifully for the start and the middle, and then the last note doesn't finish well. Yeah. So yeah, let's listen to those details. Go from the beginning again and see if you can do that. Doesn't interfere with the bow. Because if you've got some tension at some point in the left hand, then it can show in the bow. So go through this middle part of the bow, you want to keep the sound. So keep drawing through there. Just play me that B flat. Play right through it. Good. Watch the start. So we need to make sure that the hands are soft. Just stroke it like you would a cat. When you haven't got any preparation involved at all. So, how do we cheat, Zara? How can we cheat the system now? How can we find that out?
Muscle memory to some extent.
Yeah. You did it very bravely because you didn't check. You can actually check, you know. Tap it. Yeah, you can hear it. Now, it might be on a recording or something, they'd rub that one out. Because they didn't have a microphone. But in here you can see tapping. But if you just do it very discreetly, everybody does it. Okay? So you're allowed to check. Okay. Should we just do that? See if we can find it with a tap. Pick it up from that last iteration. Slightly different. If we play the same, exactly the same, yeah, it's good, but it doesn't make it interesting. There's something different each time. So when you're you could try maybe just another searching, and then just try and be a little bit more imaginative with each one. Do something different each time. One more time from there. No, different this time.
Well, thank you very much to our fantastic new music scholars who have performed for us today and responded so fantastically well to the tips they've been given. So thank you, Jack. Where's Jack? Thank you, Jack. Thank you, William. Well done. Thank you, Emily. And thank you, Zara. Well done. Let's give them a big round of applause. Huge thanks to our colleagues who've given such wonderful insights. So thank you, Mr. Sandy, thank you, Mr. Foster, and thank you, Mr. Wilson, and also thank you to Mr. Wicks for his fantastic accompaniment. I really do love these occasions. I think they're some of the best occasions that we have in the year, and I think we might look at doing a few more of these masterclasses for the future years, so it's not just in the first year that you get to do this. Just wanted to say a big thank you to your family and your friends for supporting you. It's great to see you here, particularly to new members of the community and their families. A big thank you to other music scholars who are here supporting you today. Let's give them a big round of applause for coming to support. Some of them are looking on eagerly awaiting their chance next week when we have 2 sessions, so I'm really looking forward to that. Then thank you to our online audience, and thank you to Mr. Davey for making that happen. Let's give him a big round of applause. Big thank you to all your teachers for their help and guidance, and to our GTAs for helping setting up and the programmes and all that, and to Ms. Taylor for coordinating things as well. Let's give them all a big round of applause. So next week, as I say, we have 2 sessions. Really looking forward to that. And tomorrow we have the concerto concert, so I'm sure that you'll all be looking forward to coming along and supporting that as well. So just to wrap up by one final thank you to our 4 performers today, Jack, William, Emily and Zara. Big round of applause.